By the time they're finished with you, they could almost make you hate your own self.
So this is an ever universal story. I swear.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Have you asked her?
Not yet.
Then ask her now.
Ask her no what? Ask her what?
Mr. Benham's man of affairs has located a house in Cornwall, somewhere discreet. After the child is born, Mr. Benham and I will go back to London. And you will stay there. You're asking what?
You'll take the child and raise it.
And do what with it?
Whatever you want will have nothing to do with it.
Wait a minute. I have to laugh. What? Oh, you got the wrong one. Because the child is half black. So they... Wow. I'm sorry, but haven't y'all noticed that she has full autonomy over her life? In what world is Frannie going to take your mixed child, raise it, be shunned away into a house? I'm sorry. What?
This is why you sent for me?
So that's why you called her back? Oh, hell nah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. You've got the wrong one. Let me tell you something. The audacity of the caucasity. Because white people and their audacity. You what? First of all, Langton comes by to see her, demands that she comes back and work with him. For what, pennies? For shit and giggles? Get the F off my face, you piece of shit. You have audacity to come to me. She has more freedom. She has autonomy over her life here. Okay, and then, Marguerite sends a letter to her 5 months later. 5 months later. And as much as I want to ship them, I have to call this out. It's been 5 months later. And because she wants something from her, she wants her to raise her child. She could have ringed her up 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever. No. She sends a note 5 months later because Marguerite wants something from Frannie. She wants her to raise her child. That's the only reason. Unless you present to me other reasons, you got the wrong one. If you don't sit down somewhere, honor audacity. Frannie is literally free from all of this nonsense. What makes her want to go back and do this for you? What? So now it's hard for me to ship them now, like, cause this is what.
I just have to go in the bush and weep.
What?
Really? I don't understand.
Right? I when I tell you I'm getting a little bit triggered because, like I said, I have my own Marguerite in my life. I'm being triggered right now. This is I can't because I was drawn in by the love story, quote unquote love story between Marguerite and Frannie, and we're 4 episodes in and. I mean, listen. Women don't have women, and I'm going to say white women, especially white women like Marguerite don't have a lot of choices, right? But we wouldn't be in this position if she didn't have Laddie. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You know, you can probably say that she could probably eventually run away from her husband, and yes, and her and Frannie could do that, but she makes it more complicated for me to ship that potential storyline. When she went and had sex with Laddie, who is younger than her, by the way. I don't know how all of a sudden he just shot up and he seems to be like a grown man. But anyways, that's another annoyance that I don't understand. I'm looking at Marguerite's actions as an individual. Yes, you don't have much power and you're beholden to your husband. I get that, right? Even as a white woman, you don't have much autonomy. Even as a black woman in this situation, even less than that. But I'm looking at the actions of Marguerite. This is why you sent for me. Jesus.
I'm sorry, I thought you thought I would do anything for you.
You thought I would do anything for you. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. You've got me up, okay? If you think that I am going to raise your child, get the F out you want a clot across your face. You got the wrong One. So I'm a little bit triggered because I'm relating to some of this storyline a little bit. I'm sorry, you're yapping. I'm not even listening to what he's saying right now. I expect you to play the glittering wife. You didn't get a confirmation from Frannie that she says yes. The audacity of the caucasity. You are ridiculous. All uno. Langton, Benham, Marguerite, you are all ridiculous. If I was her, even though she was my first love, I'll probably say that, right? After all of this nonsense is presented before me, I'm willing to give up on my first love. In real life, I actually have done that, in a similar situation.
Collecting people. You think it was different?
You think it was different for you? By the way, everybody on this cast is acting their tail off. Props to all of y'all. The actress that's playing Hep. Wow, you want me to cry for you a little bit. I'm not doing that, but I feel like I wanna, and that's a good sign for your acting.
For yourself that you were the only one, or that she felt an ounce of real love for you.
Bye. Madam, do you not realize that you're in court and you're revealing yourself right now? I feel an ounce of love for you. I love how she said that line, by the way. I love that. It was lust. She never cared that she hurt people. When I tell you that I'm relating to this, I'm getting emotional a little bit. Getting a little bit emotional here. I'm relating to this a little bit too much. I'm starting to cry. Everybody's crying. Hep is crying. Frannie is crying. Tears are literally running down my face right now. This is crazy. I didn't expect to relate to this so deeply. Wow.
She was a bitch.
Miss Elliot.
You just did all of that. Hep just did this whole moving speech. You thought you were the only one. And she's emotional and she's crying and she's bawling and she's this. And then she ends it with, she was a bitch.
She and I might have been equal in our devotion, but we were equal in our anger too.
I love that line. She and I might be equal in our devotion, but we were equal in our anger too. I feel ya.
No, you both want to wash away your sin. Francis, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. He said he would divorce me, leave me with nothing. If I was to have a black child in the wake of a divorce, I would be on the street.
Then be a woman with a black child on the street. What the hell do you want from Frannie? Not a Shelly Belly. But my question is, did Frannie agree to this? Because we haven't seen her agree to this.
Then I must give you up.
Oh, I'm sorry. At this point, I must give you up. My girl, you only reached out to me 5 months later because you want this favor from me. Favor is an understatement of the century. You didn't reach out to me that you miss me. You didn't reach out to me before this. Granted, she didn't know where she was. At this point, she knew where she was now because her reputation precedes her. Whatever. Because that's how Langton found her, right? Fine. If you want to say that Marguerite didn't know where she was, fine. But even 3 months in, he didn't know where she was? Because she's going to come running, because she did come running. She literally packed her things. Frannie left where she was, and she went running back to Marguerite because she knew. And when somebody knows that someone is so devoted to them like that they can ring them up months later, years later, and they would run coming, that's a hell of a thing, y'all. That is... This is not the way I thought the storyline was gonna go. And I have to put myself in the position of Frannie, right? There's no way under this universe that I would do what they are asking of me to. Not even asking, telling. Not a Shelly Belly.